Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Friday, June 28, 2024, left 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a reverse aging health call and all the rest tonight. Well, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, we got a lot of information to express to everyone. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, has faith in all things, endures all things. Love never dies. That's Corinthians 13. There's one precious thing that has always opened the doorway to higher understanding. That is deep eternal love. Love is one of those intangible states that we tend to categorize, label as a certain thing, and put into a box. Yet, love cannot be contained or even defined by words. Sure, we can come close to it and create great poetry that points towards love. Yet it always falls short of the perpetual expansive experience of love. With love, all things are possible. The energy of love is the only thing you need to solve every problem you have. The moment you start trusting, and I emphasize the word trusting, the expansive magic of love is the pivotal day when everything will completely change for you. Now, if you think you are too poor, busy, lost, or frustrated to trust love, you are simply making up excuses to hide another day in your imagined smallness. Let love guide you. You don't have any ideas about what it is or what it is not. Just feel what love is like in your body and heart. You will always find your way. There's ways that you can do this. You make the commitment to remain open. The first step in giving and receiving love effectively is to make the commitment to being open to love. Love is the most powerful energy in this universe. So to master it, it is the master. It is to master your experience of this universe. Let your heart simply be open, as if it were as vast as the infinite universe that surrounds us. When you are met with difficult people and situations, relax your body. Open your heart completely. Eventually, with enough relaxation, a soft, gentle feeling of lightness and love will come pouring in. Remember one thing. You cannot get hurt in any relationship or situation if your heart truly remains permanently open. Drown your ego in loving thoughts. The more you love and accept yourself exactly as you are, the more you attract love from others and manifest loving, empowering, and abundant situations to you, for you. The vibration of love is hugely magnetic. When you let your ego drown in self-loving affirmations, beliefs, ideas, and fantasies, this energy will soon permeate every cell in your body. Eventually, these loving ideas will make you into a love magnet, allowing you to realize that you are simply the source of love itself. Let go of any limited ideas about love. The belief that you can only love and be loved by one being is one of the greatest limiting thoughts society has hypnotized us to believe about love. Trash this thought immediately and understand one simple thing, that the more you practice sharing love with others, the more love you will have to give to yourself and that one special being. Love has this amazing snowball effect where it becomes bigger the more that it's used. Let go of that ridiculous fear of hurting someone because you started loving everyone. Whoever gets hurt simply has a closed heart and has not yet connected to the infinite supply of love inside them. When you become an example for how to be a living source of love, they see how alive, vibrant, and full of joy you are. Then, one day, they too will choose to follow you along the path of deep eternal love. Consciously choose love no matter what. The ego is often tempted to play its old games of blaming and judging others for not giving it what it thinks it wants. You can always choose love, even when your ego wants to go off into limiting thinking and contracted feeling states. Every time you notice yourself entering that contracted zone, just focus on opening up your heart and sending out the vibration of love. Think about one thing that you love, like your dog, the mountain, sun, child, etc. Feel how much you truly love this being or thing. This will get your love engine started again. And soon the energy of love will naturally overwhelm any contracted old ways of being. Practice choosing to respond to all situations with love. Focus daily on spending as many minutes as possible in a loving state. Open your heart and send strangers you meet loving energy. Allow in loving vibrations that they may be sending you back. Choose someone in your life that you may have a challenge with and embrace them with loving energy as well. Think of something you love about them and let this natural love expand out of this one thing. Soon you will sense a love for them where before there was resentment or numbness. Love is your natural way of being. It's all of our natural way of being. It's our natural state of being. It's easy to bathe in the magic of this energy all day long. Whatever you do today, let love be your guide. Now ask yourself, there is confusion about it because of how we've been taught, how we've been programmed. But love is our natural state of being. So why throughout the ages, would we harm one another? You are simply unique, incomparable. Accept this. Love this. Celebrate this. And in that very celebration, you will start seeing the uniqueness of the others, the incomparable beauty of the others. Love is possible only when there is a deep acceptance of oneself, the other, the world. Acceptance creates the milieu in which love grows, the soil in which love blooms also. See, we can't say this enough. We must say it more and more amongst ourselves and each other across this planet. We are highly unique and divinely special, exactly the way this universe designed us. Any efforting on our part to be special or become a somebody simply implies that we feel we really aren't very special at all. Any other efforts, actions, or inner attempts to become a special somebody always is stemming from a deeper source of not seeing and feeling what a precious gift you truly are to this world. The truth is that there is nobody exactly like you out of over 8 billion people on this entire planet. And I emphasize entire planet. To just be yourself. Relax deeper into this truly unique and special being that you are. Rest deeply into your innermost self and truly enjoy it. You will one day become so relaxed that you will spontaneously realize how much this universe is in love with you. And what a deeply eternal loving gift you are for this world. And yes, allow yourself to feel appreciated. You can do it. It is the kind of love that all allows you to feel and be unstoppable in manifesting the life you truly desire. Perhaps there might be a little voice inside you that has some questions like, how in the heck can the universe love me? What's so special about me? How can I be lovable with all my flaws? And how can something so huge, impersonal, and made of 99% empty space as this universe have love for me? Well, these are good questions. Explore them. All the answers are inside you. And when you make the time for yourself to dive into them, eventually you'll break through the question and find the divinity that you are simply presents itself to you. Our ability to feel special, loved, and appreciated all depends on the degree that you open up. Drop your doubts. Relax into it. Once you relax, you shift your vibration and you become a better receptor for love from this universe. Think of yourself as this super powerful transmission tower that broadcasts and receives messages from this universe. What are the messages you're sending out? Most of us don't pay attention to that. What are the messages that you're sending out? What are the messages you're receiving? Look for the direct correlation between these two. By appreciating, accepting, and approving of yourself, just as you are right in this very now, this universe will be sending you back the same signal. And when you realize how lovable you truly are, then this universe has no choice but to send you love from everyone and everything around you. This is when life becomes a constant state of ever-present joy and bliss. It truly is amazing. That we are all here listening to these words. It is. It's amazing. So many things could have taken your life from you, and yet you're here, still exploring life. It is an amazing thing to be here on this planet at this time. Take this moment to welcome it. This universe wants you to take advantage of your life. It is the most precious gift you will ever have. It's like during the course of your day, right? It could be in the morning. It depends on you. Take about 5 minutes daily. Just do it the next, week. To look back at everything you've been through and see how this universe has always been supporting you. That's absolutely phenomenal. Because it is. It truly is wondrous to see all the life experiences you have had and that you are here alive right now. Even making it through the birth canal was a tremendous feat of courage and love. Notice how for years this universe has been providing you with food, shelter, opportunities to contribute to this world. You can let go and trust this universe will keep you safe, warm, cozy, truly awake, aware, alive. It's what it does. And yes, you can allow yourself to feel this support and love. This amazing, infinite, conscious universe is always supporting all of us, everyone, you, whether you know it or not. It loves you. Notice how good it feels to know that this universe loves you and believes your existence is deeply and eternal loving. It's time to recognize this and be the gift you wish to give to this world. We're all gifts. We're giving ourselves to this world. Do you feel that you are so deeply consumed by the world every day? This world, one we're all in. The moment we open our eyes in the morning, we know this, we all experience it. The mind kicks in. And we are flooded with all sorts of beliefs, emotions, and desires. It can become very easy in this day and age to feel overwhelmed, lost, or confused. We are constantly dealing with a massive amount of information, and what's the biggie, the one that so many people, the society, the social pressure every day, pressure with finance, relationships, love life, family, work, and health problems are at the foundation. And then There's our newly found technological relationships with all this stuff, right? In fact, we may spend half our day just trying to figure out how to get through it alive. And we know that, this technological era that we are in, you haven't seen anything yet, is so captivating that we can easily miss out on the connection with our amazing spiritual existence. That's what happens. Now, when we are surrounded every day by people whose only interest is in achieving enlightenment, our world will be very, very, very different. Yet, we have chosen a planet where everyone is still deeply asleep to their divine enlightened nature. In fact, the majority on this planet are all so asleep that they don't even know that they are asleep. Every human being, every being is sleepwalking through this life, meaning that we are always plugged into the mind. The veil is so thick and the pattern is so deep that we need to use everything we've got to wake up. This means using everything we can to find outside of us instead of you, to find outside of you and inside of you. This is a good quote. I've used it several times. For people to realize something, any real ecstasy is a sign you are moving in the right direction. Don't let any prude tell you otherwise. St. Teresa of Avila. That's very true. The majority of us are affected by the social structure of this planet. How to live, how to talk, how to breathe, how to walk, how to eat. What to wear, what not to wear, where to go, where not to go. Use everything around you, okay, to find God. What does that mean? I'm not talking about the fake God in the sky. I'm talking about the God within you. Use every conversation as a vehicle to listen to the divine. Use all your senses everywhere you go. Touch, taste, feel, hear, and even breathe in the smell of the divine. Use every moment of your free time to find deep silence, stillness, and inner peace, so you can connect deeper with the divine. Whatever it is you can get your hands on and use to find God. And that God is in you. It's like when you read something that jumps out at you, notice how its spiritual message is just for you, because it is, and for anybody else. When you feel like you might be making some form of connection to God, breathe that feeling deeply into your body. Stop everything and give this experience all that you've got, because it might not last long. Notice how the feeling resonates with what's going on in your life. Find the practical aspects, like how does this simple billboard, right, or advertisement, or a being comes in, and it gives me the deepest guidance I'm needing in my relationships right now. See, for any of us, there's absolutely no coincidences. What is a coincidence, by the way? Well, our society
invented the word coincidence because it explains things a way that we don't understand. That's coincidence. It explains, not Webster's version, but it explains things a way that we don't understand. Oh, that's just a coincidence. See? It's easy to do, isn't it? Or someone might say, no, this isn't a coincidence. There's more to it than that. See, it's fun. Isn't it interesting? God is within us, all around us, all the time, always around us. We only have synchronicity in this life. Everything is perfect and divinely aligned. The God source never, ever makes mistakes. When you are 100% devoted to finding the total alignment with the divine in everything around you, the magic will its way into you. When you want access to the most amazing spiritual experience in this life, it is going to take everything you've got. The enlightened state is definitely not like anything you've experienced before. There are no more problems in your life anymore. There are only deeper and deeper and deeper connections with the divine. Enlightenment is not for the half-ass, skeptical seeker, the protective pessimist, or the mind addict that is super smart intellectual. It's for that ordinary being who has devoted their entire heart and soul to something beyond this world. It's for that simple soul who wants to create the deepest, healthiest relationship with themselves, the God source. The biggest difference of all, perhaps, is that their connection with God is their highest priority all throughout the day. Now, ask yourself, what is your highest priority all throughout the day? No reason to be dishonest with yourself. What is your highest priority all throughout the day? So, are you open to exploring your connection with the divine this week? Chances are that you're probably wondering, what's the right way and how to do it? Or are you feeling hesitant, reluctant, or thinking that maybe this week's not the right time? There will always be super important things which we need to do. Yet, the reality is that our souls have been waiting for real spiritual liberation for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And yes, we have all been preparing for a profound spiritual experience forever. We are here to let go of everything and find our real connection to the divine again. You've been learning major life lessons after major life lessons after major life lessons, tilling the hard, tough inner soil inside you, just so that one day your soul would find some higher enlightened state of being. You were born to find some way home to yourself, because you're home. So your mind is always free from all fear, resistance, stagnation, and separation. The enlightened mindset just happens when you return to the pure source of awareness that is behind the mind. you discover the awareness behind every thought that you're thinking, you come closer to the most sacred intelligence in this universe. This is who you truly are. Funny thing is that there's only one tiny thing stopping all of us from seeing, feeling, and knowing that God is here now. And it's an illusion at that. This is your own mind. But it's good we're talking about that, and we continually talk about it. The mind is so full of personal beliefs and ideas about life that there's not much room for anything else. It is overflowing so much that we have become blind to God. Got to watch out for the mind. It is the only thing stopping us right now. Try something this week. And I've mentioned this many times before. The next time you're in front of a mirror, look non-judgmentally. You know, not your complexion, not your hair, not your teeth, not your nose, not your ears. Non-judgmentally into the mirror. Notice. What do you see? Do you see how amazing, multidimensional, and extremely beautiful you truly are? Or do you see all your flaws, shortcomings? Because if your mind is not set aside, we can only see and hear what it thinks is good and bad. That's it. It can be extremely judgmental, as we know. And this pure entertainment for the ego. It's pure entertainment for the ego. We despise being bored. So we cling to all sorts of opinions about right and wrong, don't we? And as long as we are over-identified with and attached to opinions of good and bad, we cannot spiritually awaken. Just remember that all of life is a grand play. And the nature of the mind is to create contrast and comparison. Mind doesn't like the gray middle path. When the mind is too empty, it seeks something juicy to fill it. Well, let go of filling up the mind. Find the spiritual being that you are. This is in silence, stillness within. Interestingly, the heart is not judgmental at all. The heart only loves, accepts, and embraces what is. So do not trust the mind. Trust your heart instead. Be free of the mind and just remain in the heart. You will soon, in time, find the divine. See, we are super programmed to constantly fill the mind. The mind's got to be filled. The mind's got to be full. Different ideas and directions. You know, got to get this and that, and do this and do that. Well, what we're saying is empty the mind and remain in the heart. This is from A Course in Miracles, and it's very true. And it'd be so nice at this civilization we're finally to embrace it fully. And this is a miracle. The moment that you realize that there is no way to make a home. then this whole existence is home. Then wherever you are at home. I don't care if it's in a cave, under an overpass, library, tent. Every day we get lost in a sea of duality. Expect the pendulum to swing back and forth from being lost to being found, again and again and again. Your mind is not the only mind out there that is making a living hell or heaven out of each moment. Everyone's doing this. We aren't exempt from it. We are all blind to the divine. We simply have to learn how to release all attachments and trust in God and surrender to its totality. When we take this risk to dissolve back into the source, in each moment, we naturally discover how everything around us is helping and guiding us to be free. The good news is that we got at least 1 billion more lifetimes to become enlightened. Like I say, there's no race. It's not ego. Oh, I became enlightened. You're not, I am. Because God is never, ever, ever, ever going to stop loving us. No matter what. Now, the not so good news is that if you postpone, you'll miss out on the 1,000 opportunities heading your way today. There's no real end to this journey. You don't die when you die. So truly there is nothing to be concerned about. You don't die when you die. When you realize you are an eternal being, what's there to be worried or fearful about? We're all on an infinite journey. What are you worried or fearful about? We are always safe and on the right path. Look this way. You've made it this far. And you're still a very conscious, deeply sensitive being, or you wouldn't be in this meditation. This is a very good sign. Very good sign. You're beginning to master your thoughts. As Siddhartha would say, Buddha, master your thoughts. You know, we know that we have Diminy Christmas. We've got thousands of paths to enlightenment. And 1 million+ doors we can walk through to experience this moment as divine. And one of these precious doors is not so easy or obvious to see. Yet we unconsciously step through it every single day. It is the perpetual swinging door of what? Judgment. We are so often unaware whenever we are passing judgment and obvious of how it is a secret passageway to the most enlightened and heavenly state of being. No matter if we are conscious human beings or not. Because the mind is constantly judging ourselves, other people, this world, and anything that it can get a hold of. It was born with this master-like super judgeaholic power. It can judge anything in milliseconds. I don't think many of us even realize it. Yet probably in the past 15 minutes, your mind passed 10 judgments on yourself, someone else, or something in the world around you as either good or bad. The judgmental mind is perpetually busy working away at labeling life, this life. And this workaholic is a slippery gremlin to catch. We are so accustomed to the mind judging everything in this life that if we've been soaking our hands in warm water for 25 years and we don't realize that it's completely wrinkled and about to fall off. So just to clarify exactly what judgment is the mind labeling something in this life as either good or bad, but not both. Can't be both. It's either good or it's either bad. It is a one-sided viewpoint of existence which separates and divides. Interestingly, judgment manifests only when we are living up in the head and are disconnected from our heart. And when we are living from the heart, the mind cannot judge at all. This occurs because the heart is free from duality, and the mind can only exist in duality, seeing black and white. The heart cannot get hooked in whatever the mind believes is only good or only bad. When the heart is leading the way, we are free from the perpetual prison of the judging mind. Now, isn't that motivational enough for us? Do any of us really, really, really want to have this busyness and this noise, mind noise, 24/7? Or the mind constantly interrupting anything when it concerns us going into being silent, relaxed into the body? And in the quiet time of this meditation, if we are to be free from judgment, we must drop out of the head and into the heart. The mind will quiet and become very still. And from this space, we can watch our mind closely, see just how slippery its judgmental habit is. We can see how it tends to avoid what it deems as scary. The mind often believes that if I get what I want, this is good, then I'll be happy. And if I get what I don't want, this is bad, and then I'll be unhappy. The more enlightened path, however, is understanding that in this great, divine, supreme, all-intelligent universe, we're going to get it all of it. We always, always, always get what we want and what we don't want. So think about it. You get bazillions of dollars. That's good. Then on the flip side, how am I going to manage it? Who am I going to trust with it? How am I going to protect it? That's the not-so-good part. There's a lot of things like that. Focus on the heart. In the quiet time of this meditation, focus on your heart. Listen to the breath rise and fall. Relax as much as you can into the body. Be as still as you possibly can, as still as it's at you. And be. Join in meditation. I'll return to close us out.
Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. Easy, slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, focused on your breath rising and falling. Freely express yourself. Whatever expression you have is okay. This universe is not judging you. The only judge that exists is found between your ears. You release this inner concern, you can feel this universe celebrating your life again. Never was a real judge. It's all an illusion of the mind. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here tonight at around, 9:15 or so p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call and all the rest. And Saturday, June 29, 2024, around 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest. Eternal gratitude at all times. Open your heart. Allow the magic to come flowing in.